What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Green Dawn, Reign of Terror. So we are with our Barbarian, and we are continuing our earlier quest at Act 3 normal, trying to clear Travinca at Kuras, and also to eventually hit to Mephisto and clear Mephisto for this journey. So welcome back. One significant change I have made is to my weapon. I'm actually using a impaler, something which I found in my last run. Probably I want to respec so that I get bonuses for pole arms or spear. That's definitely important. I think this counts as a spear, right? Oh, this is a sword. Maybe I should not have respect. Fine then. Yeah. Sorry for confusion. Guess we are good to go. Based on our progress last session, I think we should be doing this pretty well. Given that we have cleared the unique Act 3 boss, Uber, the Uber boss in Act 3, Serenep, I don't think it will be difficult to deal with this folks. Yeah, so we have gained a level here as well. I'll put more into Berserk Rage as well as more into the Paladin tree. Although I'm wondering what I should do with the Paladin tree, given that the Aura and Berserker Rage of the Barbarian doesn't stack because they are both exclusive skills. So this is a dilemma. So I don't know like how useful it will be if you have a Paladin but you can't use these auras. But let's play by ear and see how it goes. It might not have been the best decision that I made here to choose the Paladin as a second class, but I can't undo it. So let's make do with what we have. I mean, I think the salvation is still there. The Paladin still has many survival skills which will complement the Barbarian. So I don't think that is a very big problem here. Or the worst case scenario is we could just play a single build, which is the Barbarian. Yeah. No problem here with the mobs at all. I actually want to head to Travinca, to the town council members, to the council members. Let's see how we go. Technically, it shouldn't be a problem. As mentioned, Whirlwind is really good with mobs, but they seem to not do that well with bosses. At least the kill is very slow. Other than that, not a major problem. Cool, I think we have gained a devotion point. Yeah, 1 devotion point, and we'll be adding it here for the bleeding damage. Yeah. So this is where you use the Raja Cube to craft Kalim's Will, and I think I'm supposed to get back to town. Yep, I think this should be a very short trip. Oh, 1 more devotion point, that's great. Yeah, so hunt from Mephisto at the Durance of Hate. And we have our Kalim's Will. I just want to top up my devotion point since we have it. Yeah, 3% of damage converted to health. Yeah, that will provide us with some good life leech as we deal with bosses. Oops, I should have taken the town portal instead. Oh, seems like my mercenary has done it for me. So let's not waste time and let's get to Diablo. Yeah, I think this should be a quick one. Shouldn't be too tough given our performance so far has been superb. Just a bit slow against single bosses, so I would assume that maybe killing Mephisto might be slightly slower when killing Mephisto single bosses, and we have seen that also happening with the council members. So there's some trade-off there. It can't be entirely perfect. But I guess I would try to maybe invest more points into a single attack skill just to see what I could be using to complement Whirlwind when I kill bosses. Yeah. But otherwise, I mean, there's no complaint for Whirlwind as a skill. I think why it is doing poorly to kill bosses could be that the attack rating drops, and if you are not exceptionally of a suitable level, right, you might be missing the bosses too often. Yeah, I think that could be the main reason, because Whirlwind has a I'm being clobbered here. Wow, these guys are good. They basically stunned and clobbered me to death. Wow, that's impressive. So stun resistance is something I probably have to work on again. Fortunately, we are not too far from where we died. We'll take out a few more of them before going through here. Great, we have done it. That was an accident. Great. Hopefully it wouldn't be too tough. Let's do this. I do think that the damage against single bosses can be increased, as far as I see a lot of miss. So that's the problem with Whirlwind. So for those who are unaware, if you look at Whirlwind, right, the more you level it up, there is actually a negative attack rating. It wouldn't drop your attack rating too much, I guess, but I guess the chance of hitting actually drops. So unless you gain more levels and maybe you know, even increasing strength doesn't. Yeah, you probably have to balance off this with dex, dexterity, so that it won't be a pure strength barbarian, but a barbarian with some dexterity as well. That will probably help to negate the negative effects of whirlwind reducing attack, reducing your chance to hit. So chance to hit is really low, 66%. Meaning that not all hits of whirlwind is hitting the bosses or elites. That's why the damage is lower now. I think it's not too bad. Cool. Yeah, probably what I could do is to increase to put in some dex, but mainly more to strength for damage. So let's see how we fare against Mephisto then, the man. Ooh. He hits very hard. So damage wise, defense wise, we are not worried. I think the biggest problem is really about fast damage. Fortunately, Mephisto isn't that. His defense isn't that high. I wonder what's our see our attack rating to our chance of hitting him is 61%, so it's not perfect. So that could be one problem. I think we should do better this time. Yeah, I'm slightly affected by the chance of hitting Mephisto. There are some misses, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. What a waste. We probably should start investing in another skill that would be effective against bosses. It could be the Paladin's Zeal, or let me see what else I could be. Yeah, let's deal with Mephisto first. Wow, I think we got took out by a firewall. So to conclude, Whirlwind Barbarian is not flawless as well. We are actually quite good against mobs, but we actually suffer a bit when we are dealing with bosses. Yeah. So probably the next thing really for me to invest in will be a primary skill, a primary attack skill that is effective against single bosses. Wow, it takes me out very well. Okay, let's make this work. So we are level 34 and it will be interesting to see how, yeah, he's level 38, so he... So I guess the trick is to monitor your health. Try not to go to those poison novas. And also avoid the firewall and blizzard. Many skills that Mephisto is very good at. I mean, I guess it has to be a slower grind. Call my mercenary, doing better now. We are getting a better hang out of this. Try not to go too near. Try not to hang out on firewalls or blizzards or poison novas, and we should be fine. We are taking Mephisto down finally, after a few tragic deaths. Yeah, so learning how to deal with bosses for the Barbarian is something different as well. Compared to an Amazon, because the Amazon can do a lot of range attacks and rely on your pets, but the Barbarian has to do it more from himself. Just a little one more. Let's persevere. Oh, we got stunned. Almost. Just a little one more. Just a little bit more. Call my mercenary to help me with that last smile. Oh, it wasn't the easiest fight, but we did it. 1 devotion point for taking on Mephisto. Night smoke. Tunic belt. This looks good. Although we lose a bit on damage, I will just keep this and think about it again. At least we did it. It wasn't the easiest fight. I think the problem with the Barbarian is it does well against crowd. for the weirdest reason, but we should think of a skill to invest should we be wanting to single-handedly kill bosses. I mean, it could be Berserk. Yeah, it could be. I might unspec out of bash and stun and go into Berserk to see how it is, or even concentrate. Yeah, let's try this. Maybe that might be a good way to do this. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad we did Mephisto, but it took some struggle. So definitely something that I need to improve is my attack against single bosses. Yeah. So with that, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Yeah, thank you. Goodbye.